The I'm Friends with the DJ podcast is brought to you by Grip Tins. Patent pending 100% food grade silicone, BPA free with gecko grooves and spiral ring sleeve for your bartending tin. In an environment where things tend to get wet, we let you get a grip. That is www.griptins.com. www.griptins.com. GRIPTINZ. Grip Tins.
No, we ain't never back down. Why would we do that now? We ain't trying to go nowhere. No, we ain't trying to blow up. Just never wanna grow up. We ain't trying to go nowhere. No, we ain't never back down. Why would we do that now? We ain't trying to go nowhere.
I'm friends with DJ. What's good, guys? This is episode 9. Hope everyone's doing well on this fine Wednesday afternoon. Listen to this podcast. We got Olive Oil, and then we got our special guest party with Mark G, my guy. He's fucking.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
He's
good,
chilling.
Man.
He's chilling on an iPhone right now. I love it. You know.
I'm actually on the tablet, but
he's got that. That portrait.
I'm chilling on the tablet.
We're gonna have to fill in.
There
there we go.
Okay,
there we go. Look at that.
All right, we're good. We're
Much
rocking
better.
it today.
There we go.
Perfect. Mark, how you feeling, bro? How's
Good.
how's quarantine been treating you?
I officially switched over to
I just lost fish.
No one cares about him anyway. He's got terrible
Yeah,
Wi-Fi.
Where did you get
You're not filming that, are you?
No. That's sick, bro.
Where did
You better not be filming this.
I'm not.
Yeah, what do you like? What's your favorite? So lemon or black cherry out of all of them, even the new flavors, is lemon and black.
yeah.
Cherry.
I like lemon and black cherry the most.
I haven't had lemon
Obviously,
yet.
I'm still a rookie, so when it comes to White Claws,
it'll take time.
a lot of Ciroc, a lot of video games.
Yeah, I'm a Team High Noon guy.
Yeah,
I got
just
switched over this
keeping
this
up.
summer, but
Noons, bro?
Noons are good.
Keeping up with all my peoples. That's all I really could do.
I love that. I had the clementine this past weekend, and that was
Those weren't bad either, but I'm not a really big fan of clementines. Like I'd rather an orange over a clementine.
It tastes like a high C. Like,
True.
I'm like, I wish this shit was like slushed up or something. I'm like about to do that next time. It was so good.
I can see people starting to do that.
Yeah, stick it in the freezer and just tap it, and then it'll freeze up.
There's those things called loyals, I think. It's like or royals or something. I don't know what the fuck they're called. My boy drinks them, and they're all slushed up, and they're like orange is banging.
Okay.
Yeah. The seltzer game has really changed though. It changed the whole alcohol industry.
It's
You know,
nuts.
Yeah.
like that's all I've been seeing. For example, this past week, Memorial Day weekend, my whole house. I actually got a shore house this year, and my whole house, Trulies, White Claws, High Noons, Corona seltzers. The Corona seltzers are good too.
Even
Those are
a lot of
slept
people
on.
starting to drink. A lot of people starting to drink the Bud Light seltzers too.
Yeah, I've seen those. It's crazy. I honestly think that the market is really going to change heavily towards these seltzers, and you're going to see a lot more other companies trying to do it, trying to get on board. Who knows if they'll stay? But
Where I live, they're making like spirits. They bought a building, and they're going to be doing I don't know what the name of the company is yet, but they have like it's almost like a spirits brewery where they're going to be making their own stuff right in my own town. So I'm excited to see how that goes about.
Do you think like there's gonna be more of a seltzer option at bars now? So like say instead of like all these options of beers, like I feel like everyone just goes for White Claws, like that's it. But now I feel like bars.
Yeah, I mean, I think me personally, I think that bars you're gonna see less and less beer because the times are changing.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to these bars now, when you look at your whiskey or your vodkas, there's only select fews of whatever they sell. They're not going to carry stuff if it's not going to sell, because you're just wasting space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree 100%. And I feel like too, there's a little bit of a change in terms of like the IPA culture, and like I feel like it is changing over to this seltzer, and it's kind of attracting, at least from my perspective, in terms of the demographics of our age. I don't know too many people that are really like heavily into the IPA game. I see that it was kind of like a little bit of an older generation, a little bit of a phase. But I know a lot of bars used to always do, specific crazy draft beers, these local breweries and stuff. Now I see it 100% moving over to these, these seltzers and other stuff. I seen coffee infused like alcohol drinks. I suppose they are a new thing now.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy. I can only imagine what they're going to come up with, in the years to come. Who knows?
Yeah, if you want to get like all those like higher end shit, you got to find like a gastro pub or something. It's not going to be a spot that's doing nightlife, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's if you want like those thick IPAs, you're gonna have to like go to a bar that's like known for those.
Right, exactly.
You're not gonna go to the Headliner and you're gonna get a Guinness or something like that.
Everyone's gonna be hopping on that high new wave. I already know every bar, because I feel like over quarantine it kind of grew to one point, and the bars are gonna definitely.
Yeah, that's what we noticed this weekend. Down the shore, everybody's got noons on them.
Everybody's high noon things. Plus, Barstool's promoting it too. The president promoting it in his pizza reviews. So that's only just gonna get the word out even more.
Yeah,
they're good. They're good. They're different than White Claw slightly, but they're very similar. All at the end of the day, all in the same ballpark.
Definitely.
So,
high noon gang or die though. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't tried them yet, so I can't really say that.
You got to try it.
They're good, bro. They're good.
Yo, so this past weekend was Memorial Day weekend.
I died.
Yeah, you did die. That was the
died.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
3 days you resurrected and you're here.
I don't even really remember what happened.
Well, let's talk about what were we supposed to do? What was your Memorial Day weekend supposed to look like?
So, all right. So now that I can talk about it because everything passed, and I mean, I told you the stories that I was supposed to, the events I was supposed to do. So one of the DJs I work very close with, I manage full time. I'm sure you guys heard of him. So Wavy.
Yeah.
Yep.
His birthday was Sunday. My birthday was Tuesday. So every year for the past years now, we've always done our birthdays together. And then, years before that, I always had other DJs that I worked with do my birthday parties. And throughout the years, it's pretty much, it's become like a big thing. Like, no one wants to miss any of the parties because you never know what's going to happen. But this year, Friday, we were supposed to be at HQ with DMX. And I'm very upset about that. Saturday, we were doing Headliner with it was So Wavy and Friends. It was supposed to be So Wavy, Angelo, Tempo, UFO, Dario, and our buddy Killer Cats. And that would have been the second So Wavy and Friends event we ever did. The first one, I think we had a better crowd outside than Two Friends did inside a Headliner.
Yeah, I was
and then
that night, and the outside was incredible.
Yeah, like certain people that I work with, that give me the platform to do these events, that they were like, you're running the whole party outside. Like, don't ask you for anything. If anyone tells you that you need approval, here you go. It's in a text message. I told you, give you whatever the hell you want. I'm going to be too busy with Two Friends. 11 o'clock at night, the guy standing next to me, I said, what happened? I thought you were going to be too busy. And he was like, yeah, you guys are starting to make me nervous out here. I was like, I mean, that's just what we do. We have a strong following, and, it makes it a lot easier when you have good DJs, especially because the music down there is key, because if the music isn't good outside, you can just go inside.
Headliner
and vice versa.
Great like that, having two different vibes. Like, I love that.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And then Sunday, this Sunday that just passed, we were supposed to actually, no one knew this. I don't even think I told Angelo this. Buddy of mine that he does big four-wall parties. He was renting out Barcode, and it was supposed to be So Wavy, Voila, and like one or two other DJs, and we were actually doing a party with French Montana. And that would have been big. That would have been big just because French Montana's got a couple new songs out.
Yeah.
And it would have been my first time working with the guys at Barcode. But instead,
that'd be dope.
I got drunk. Sunday night. I got drunk Monday night, and then I blacked out Tuesday on my actual birthday. Angelo was there to witness it.
Bro, it was. I don't think I've ever seen anyone as drunk or get like so drunk so quickly. Like I think he by like within an hour he probably put down about like 13 shots of Ciroc.
It was Tipsy said I did 14 shots and 3 White Claws in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
There you go.
You gotta do what you gotta do, bro.
And then he went up, like he was going live and doing the whole thing, so you could like literally see everything and like
The live drink sesh. That's the best.
The video is still up on my Instagram. I'm still embarrassed to actually watch the whole thing from start to finish, but I just went because they said at one point I was on FaceTime with one of my best friends. I was on the Instagram live with one of my best friends, and I literally was just like my legs just gave out and I just dropped.
I caught you at one point.
Angelo like caught me like a baby, and they were like, "All right, it's time to put this kid to bed." Yeah. And they literally you have to see how they set my room up because there was a garbage can next to my bed. They charged my phone for me.
We had to take
I had two Pedialites. Yeah, they hid the scooter on me. They hid my car keys. I woke up the next day. I'm like, where is everything?
Check your face for drawings or something. Somebody try to draw.
Yeah.
Dario gets sneaky with the Sharpie.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful with that.
Dario came through with a handwritten card. I think my 10-year-old nephew has better handwriting than him.
Well, you ever see his fucking fingers, bro? They're like monsters. They're like 2 of them.
Yeah.
This dude has a good claw.
Oh my god.
He's Edward Scissorhands. Freaks me out.
Definitely.
His fingers are so fucking long.
But yeah, I mean, I was down. I think part of the reason why I blacked out that bad was because I didn't eat all day. I woke up at 8:30 to like 150 text messages already. So many Instagram posts. I answered those. I went back to bed. I got out of bed. It was like 1:30, 2 o'clock. Me and my buddy went down to Donovan's because we have the beach bedges. So we're allowed to go onto the beach or whatever, and they had the bar open. So we went down there and I started drinking. I had in an hour and a half down there, I had 4 drinks and 3 shots. By the time I came back home, I was feeling good. It was like 6 o'clock. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like, I know Angelo. I was like, Angelo seems like that type of kid that he's going to be the first one here. I was like, let me shower now at 6 o'clock. I'm like, because God knows he's going to show up at 6:15. So before I jumped in the shower, right before I jumped in the shower, I ordered Domino's for everybody and no one ate it. I woke up the next day and there was still 3 pies, and 2 things of cheesy bread. I go, oh, that was a waste of money.
That's so good.
But I didn't eat all day.
I got a question. How was Donovan's? Because that's like the only bar really open right now. Like, how was the ordering? Like, was it weird for you to fucking order a drink and however?
It was because it's been like the last event that I did was March 14th. So you got to remember that's over 60 days.
That's a while ago.
So on the out of the bar, they have like another table in front of like where all the bottle holders are. So it's kind of they can't get closer than 6 feet from you. When you go up to the bar and order the drink, you can't sip it at the bar at all because you're not technically supposed to hang out
at the bar. You have to. There's like different small round tables on the beach and by the bar, but like some girl bought me a shot and I went to go cheers her at the bar, and the bartender was like, look, she was like, Geiger, I'm sorry. She's like, I know it's new to you. She's like, you got to step back. Like, do it at the table right behind you. She goes, because God forbid if anyone's watching, we're not going to be able to do this. She said, we're lucky enough that we're allowed to open. She said, so, you just have to be mindful and courteous to us. I said, no, I get it. You don't have to wear your mask when you're ordering your drinks, which I thought to me was, it's like you have to wear a mask everywhere else. And I get it, we're outside, we're far enough away from each other. The only place that they require you wear the mask is when you go up inside to order food or when you go inside to use the restroom. Other than that, I mean, like I put my mask on when they were checking my ID just to be courteous. But
Other than
Oh.
that, I mean, you really didn't need the mask. Really.
And then when you go on the beach, is you're following the beach rules better, or is it like does the bar rules apply on the beach too?
It's a little bit of both. So, have any of you guys ever been to Donovan's?
No, but I'm familiar with it.
I feel like their beach area got smaller because of this.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty much like everyone knew if me and my group's gonna hang out over here, if I'm walking up, let me not just jump on this group that's right next to them. You know what I mean? Everyone was kind of spread out. It wasn't too busy. I would say Tuesday there was maybe 100 people there.
Wow.
Because you got to remember, they only sold 300 badges. So you're not going to get all. You're not going to get all 300 people there every single day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Even still, they might have to limit it. To be honest with you, they probably won't even allow 300.
Well, that's what their capacity is, and that's why they only sold 300.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I was talking to one of the bouncers. He said, at a certain point in the day, if Joe Schmo wants to come in, and they're only at 100 people, they're letting them in, but they got to pay cover. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I didn't know that. Wow. That's a good FYI.
Yeah, I just ruined my whole summer because whoever watched this is gonna be at Donovan's now.
We'll send it straight to him.
We can mute it out.
Yeah.
Go talk to this bouncer. Let him know.
Yeah.
Bro, that's it.
Mark said cover. That's it.
Like those outside bars are gonna be booming. I feel like when all
100%. Yeah.
Maybe the only really places that are gonna able to work because no one wants to go to a bar and fucking have a mask on. Like I'm not having a mask.
Headliner will be able to open up soon, I think, and so will the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard Tiki too.
Yeah, Tiki as well.
I think Tiki's doing.
Tiki already came out and said that they're not opening for the summer at all.
Oh, really?
Oh, they're not?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought so. I saw something about the badges or something, but maybe that was something else.
None of the places in Point Pleasant are open. Jenks isn't opening. Tiki's not open. They all came out and said that right before Memorial Day.
That's crazy. It's
like what Osprey kind of did.
Yeah.
I do know that Headliner outside can legally hold 1,000. So even if they were to cut it, it's 20, 30, 20, 25%. You're still looking at 200, 250 people.
Headliner can legally hold 1,000 outside. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big space. It's a big space. But just put it in perspective of 1,000 people. You know what I mean? I feel like it would be mob. It would be sick.
Well, I mean, have you ever been down to Harris Pool in Atlantic City?
Yeah.
Do you know what their capacity is just inside, not even the upstairs outside patio?
I mean, now from this, I wouldn't expect it if you asked me this before, but I have to guess high now. Well, like 3,000?
1,800.
All right.
Jesus.
That's still a lot.
And then they could do another. I think they could do another 500 on the outside patio. And one of my favorite parties I've ever been a part of, we just didn't even care. I think we did 3,200 people through the door all day long.
Crazy.
It was nuts.
So Mark, let's actually get into your story and shit. So I know you've been in the game for like a while now, and I know you've done a lot of stuff with
August. I'll be going on 8 years.
Words. So
wow, 8 years.
How'd you first come in the game? Well, first tell me a little bit about yourself. Let everyone know like what you do as far as right now. I know you're booking people and stuff, and so in total, what would you say you do right now? Just let everyone know,
All right. So who is Party with Mark G in 60 seconds?
The first non-DJ we got on the podcast too.
Yeah.
So it's weird because some would say I'm a promoter, some would say I'm a host, some would say I'm a manager. Pretty much throughout the years, I started as a promoter. Then I started hosting my own parties. Then I started hosting my own events. Then I started, I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this forever. Let me start working with certain DJs and just getting them bookings all over at this place, that place, that place.
Yeah.
And then, one of the first big guys that I was booking and I was booking regularly was DJ Wildlaw from Hot 97. I was managing him at 3 or 4 different venues.
Words.
And that's what really put me onto the map with like the bigger guys, like the E-Rocks, the Mysteries guys. I mean, obviously the Mysteries guys, they knew me from Park East and working there, but they were like, all right, you know, this kid, you know, he's got something serious going. And then, you know, on the back end of my DJ Wawa's time at Harrah's, So Wavy had turned 21, and I've known him my whole life because my sister is actually in the same grade as him.
Okay.
And they went to school together. So his 21st birthday was coming up, and I was like, yo, I was like, let me, you know, let's do your birthday party at Atlantic City. And he laughed at me, and I said, what? He was like, I'm going to Miami for my birthday. I was like, all right, cool. Like, guess you don't want to work the big, because Harrah's is actually, it's considered the biggest club on the East Coast. It's still bigger than 11, like generating revenue and everything. We're always the number one on the East Coast.
Where? Harrah's Pool?
Yeah. So
Nice.
I was like pissed off. I was like, you know what? Talk to me next year. So a year goes by. I get him his birthday. I wasn't even there. I put it on a different day than my birthday party. He packed it out. My boss calls me the next day. He's like, we got to start getting this kid in here regularly. Then out of nowhere, he just called me one day and he was like, look, he's like, I want to show you that I'm serious. What do I have to do for you to be my manager? And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, I want you to manage me full time. You take on all my private gigs, get me into new rooms, this, that. And I sat there and I broke down. I said, that's not something that just happens overnight. I said, I know we got to work out the steps and, the kinks and everything to where, it makes sense for both of us. And, fast forward 2.5 years later, here we are now, and we're rocking nothing but, pretty much big rooms. Now I also manage DJ Tempo as well full time, and I'm looking to take on, I think, 3 other people. I'm still in the works of starting a company up, but just to protect everybody.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
With the whole pandemic going on, I think it's going to be probably like a 6 to another year pushback. But I mean, other than that, all these guys trust me. I'm working in all these places, and I know all the guys that are doing all the bookings in the big rooms.
Yeah.
And they that's the biggest part, is that they trust me too.
Everyone says, they like, you're like you take care of them all the way. That everyone always having every time I talk to Tempo, nothing but good things. And I have a question actually about so you start off with Walla. Did you run into like a lot of problems and stuff or like not problems, just like, let's just say some setbacks and just stuff that like you kind of had to learn from, that when you got to Wavy, you were like, okay, I'm like, okay, I know what the hell I'm doing. Like I'm like, I got this 100%.
You probably learned a lot from going that route and stuff like that. So when you were working with Wavy,
so
in order.
A lot of people don't know this, but I actually, one of the first DJs that I worked with every day, like every day, every weekend, like how DVR was actually DJ Illegal. Me and him worked together for probably 4 years straight, every single weekend. We had a bad falling out about something that wasn't in control of either one of us. It was out of our hands, and it was someone else's. It was a simple mistake that turned into a nightmare. Essentially, we got double booked down at Atlantic City, so we did a daytime party and then a nighttime party. Daytime party was out on the beach on the boardwalk. Nighttime party at Harrah's. So we get down there early as hell. We just go straight to the beach bar. We do the beach bar from, he was DJing us 12 to 6 hours straight. We go to Harrah's to get our room. The room's not there. They forgot to get our room. Now, Illegal's got health problems where he needed to have his insulin, always cool and in a refrigerator so he could take his medicine. Long story short, they forgot to book his room. Every hotel in Atlantic City sold out. They were offered to, put us, hotel right outside of Atlantic City. He wanted to stay. He wanted to leave. I wanted to stay because I get it. People make mistakes, But that was where our falling out was. And I learned, just from something that as little as that, if I'm going to work with and represent people, no matter if they're right or wrong, I should always take their side, and I should have left with him that night. Mm-hmm. Because me and him didn't speak for a year and a half. Now you said, learning things with DJ Walla, working with him and things that, like, if I had any obstacles and everything, one of the biggest things I had was Walla was known for playing a lot of ghetto hip hop parties. So when I pitched Walla to Harris, the lady that was in charge at the time didn't want him. And the reason why was he was not younger, but he was in his late 20s, black guy on a hip hop radio station with dreadlocks.
Mhm.
And she was like, no, I've been to his parties before at Rutgers, Newark. She's like, or Rutgers, Camden. She's like, and it's too ghetto. Right? He's not going to work here in this room. Fast forward like 6 months to a year later, my phone call, my boss from her, phone call. He's doing Montclair State's homecoming party, and the girl that's running the whole party. This is how, like, I know everything, like, works for code. It's weird. The girl that's running the party gave my boss a budget to book artists and all the entertainment, everything. She said, do whatever you want. I don't care. The only thing I want is DJ Walla to DJ our homecoming party. And my boss goes, what? So long story short, Walla does it. My boss was so impressed at the end of the night that I've never seen him do this for anyone else. Not even like Camilo, none of them. He took Walla's book bag off his back and carried it for him and walked into his car. And then that's how Walla essentially got into Harris. But like, it's just like the whole racial thing. Like, people love to judge a book by its cover without giving anyone a chance of getting to know anybody. And I mean,
yeah,
it sucks because if you knew Walla, like, he's probably like one of the whitest black guys I've ever met in my life. Mm-hmm. And he just gets that bad reputation because he's a black guy with dreads. And, people won't take 5 minutes to get to know him.
Right.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, that's like one of the biggest things that I've learned when it comes to working, learn from him. And that it actually helps me a lot with Wavy and Tempo, because I'm like, look, guys, I've been doing this for 6-7 years now. I get it, and that's my biggest thing is always with the people that are doing the bookings, like, don't judge a book by its cover. Give us at least one chance, and then you guys could take it from there. Or I'll show them videos of them not playing house music or, not playing hip hop. Like, we're very open formats. We could go this way. If you guys want us to go this way, we can go that way. If you guys want us to go that way, we can play all Spanish music if we have to. It's just, it is what it is. So
Definitely.
That was one of the big things that I learned.
Just like the product speaks for itself in a sense.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
100%.
sure you guys, I'm sure that, like, Angelo probably gets it a lot because he's younger. They're probably like, oh, this kid's probably just a young DJ. Like, he doesn't really know what he's doing, young college kid.
We got it too off that too, 100%.
I'm sure they try to lowball you guys all the time too, because they think you don't know, you don't know any better. They're like, oh, these kids are in college. You give them $100 in a bar tab and they're going to love it,
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys get it. I'm sure you guys get it in other ways.
Oh, yeah. We actually got it the first time actually in Hoboken. I won't mention anything, but it was a bar opening up, tried to get in. Everything was good. Spoke to, manager, spoke to the guy that was booking, yada, yada, like saw our Instagram. Maybe he thought we were like kiddish or saw we were, was like, hey, nah, I'm not feeling you guys like, starting on Fridays and Saturdays. I think you guys start on Thursdays. And at the time that wasn't something we were trying to do. So I was like, no disrespect, I called for potentially playing Fridays and Saturdays. I'm not going to do Thursdays, we ended up playing at a bar, but that was, we definitely seen that aspect too. I mean, me and Ryan are only 24. And we started similar to Angelo, like, in the college night life scene. So that aspect we've seen, on our side. Oh, we don't know what we're doing. We're young. We'll do a party for any price. That at the end of the day is like one of the worst things that can hurt you as a DJ starting out off the bat is you need to know necessarily when to take the hits and when not to. There are times for the opportunity, you should be able to, all right, maybe I'm making less money this party, but it can help me out in the future. You should be able to recognize those parties and not open yourself up in the sense that you'll do all parties, for $100 or for free and stuff. That's going to ruin you in the end, 100%.
And just piggybacking off that, it all really depends on like who it is too, who you're doing that favor for. Because if that person's got 10 different venues that they're booking at, and they ask you to do them a favor that 1 or 2 times, they just to see, what kind of music you play, how you could, how you represent and, carry yourself, that could open up a door for you into all 10 of their rooms. Now you're in 10 different markets.
I agree. And also the one thing that I've realized, especially with me and Oliver, is that you need people at like DJs our age, you need people to vouch for you. You need to have those people that, because I think most of the, I have people around me that vouch for me. I have Cream, people are able to ask. I have Mark, you see me play, having that respected person, especially even a booking manager will be, you know what I mean? It's like, it's huge. It's huge to your brand,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of, it's like the NJ DJ politics.
I'll tell you what, the nightlife is definitely going to be changing in the next 6 months to, I would even say a year and a half.
Yeah.
Everybody that I talk to seems to be on the same page with me too, and it's the younger guys and essentially the younger and cheaper guys are going to be getting more bookings because the clubs aren't going to want to pay the high nuts and the high budgets. And if these bigger, older, 10, 15-year guys that have 10, 15 years in the game don't want to come off their price, then they're going to say, okay, we're going to go to the next guy,
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
And I'm not saying necessarily cut your budget in half, but if you're getting 500, for a whole night, the bar's been hurting just as much as you. If you have to work out a deal where for 6 months if you had a weekly residency, maybe for 6 months or 3 months you take 300, just to lock in your spot and get your gigs back. You know what I mean? I think residencies are going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
And like you gotta especially if you have like a good relationship with the bar, like you gotta understand that you gotta let the bar recoup as well. You don't want it.
Yeah.
So
I think do you coming back, especially with residencies, you have to talk to the bar and have a set plan. You'd be like, okay, if I'm not getting paid normal now, I better be getting paid normal when this is somewhat normal, when you guys start making money again. You know what I mean?
And
or start bumping more when we get back to normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone listens to this that is a younger and upcoming DJ, and you do work out some kind of deal like that, my best advice to you is either get it in an email or get it in writing, because if they fuck you in 6 months down the road and they say, you come to them and you say, hey, it's time for that raise or for me to go back to my normal pay, and they get rid of you, now it's an email is considered a contract essentially.
Right.
Yeah,
what's your take on, just going off that, what's your take on that, being a manager and stuff like that of other DJs and booking people? Do you tend to go in with a contract, or is it just a handshake type of deal? Because I feel like you see a lot of just handshake things going on.
So I was never big on the tracks and never thought they were needed. Moving forward, in bigger rooms, I will be getting contracts, just for the simple fact to, God forbid anything like this ever happens again, it's not our fault. You guys signed a contract, and I know a lot of DJs bigger DJs that were booked and the promoters were calling them for their money back, and they're like, no, this is why I made you sign a contract. I'm not getting beat. You got to eat that half. If you gave me half for a deposit, told your spot, it says it's non-refundable. And I mean, it's smart. It's for a DJ or someone like me to protect the brand. It's smarter. But then again, you can look at it on the other side. If I would have booked, if Angelo would have booked me and Wavy at an event and he signs a contract and I take half for a deposit, and I don't give it back, Angelo's gonna be like, all right, well, fuck this, fuck Mark and fuck Wig. I'm never working with them ever again. So it could really go either way. And I mean, it really depends on. It's gonna be depending on who I work with, whether it's contract. And if it's a new venue, yeah, contract. If it's guys that have been giving my guys work for the last 4 or 5 years, I would say no. So I mean, I guess it really all depends on who it is. Like if someone random as hell calls me and they want to book Wavy somewhere, I'm gonna tell them I'm sending you a contract.
Yeah.
And we actually we had 3 gigs that got canceled with contracts, and we told them, hold the money, just give us a
reschedule or something.
We reschedule, yeah.
We were nice, we were nice about it, and we were able to work with them.
Yeah.
One of them is still pending. We're supposed to be going to South Carolina in August. We don't know if that's gonna happen.
That's dope. We actually
nice.
we played down at Clemson last April. It was insane.
Oh yeah,
hence the little flag behind Fisher's head.
It's like, bro, I'm telling you, you're good. You're going with Wavy.
Yeah, Wavy and Tempo I double booked them.
Bro, when those kids see a good DJ, it's like they'll go insane. It's wild.
I think Angelo, you did it last year with Tempo, right?
I did, Myrtle Beach.
It's the Myrtle Beach thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
dope.
Yeah. At Senor Frogs or whatever the fuck.
Right?
Yeah. There you go.
One of the DJs that we met that was on there, he was like a local college kid. He got so inspired by, like, he followed us on Instagram and he got inspired because he was like, he was just starting out.
Which one?
Not
Tony Jack, right?
No, not one of the main guys.
You're not even remember a kid you inspired, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, come on, bro. You inspired this kid.
I hope he watches this and he's like, fuck Angelo.
I got it.
We're gonna send it to him. What's this DJ name?
TC, DJ TC. He's
DJ TC. Shout out to DJ TC.
Shout out TC, South Carolina.
Trey. He's dope. He's a good kid. He's like, yo, I follow you guys on Instagram. Like, he's like seeing us. Like, no one brands out there like in Jersey. Like, no one does that.
Yeah.
It's
a different market. It's a different scene.
Yeah.
We have a lot of opportunity up here.
They're more arena out there. Festival type shit.
Yeah.
So it's cool. It's funny. Like, like no one.
Tony actually called me. Tony called me a couple weeks ago. He wants to do a big like Jersey festival out there and like try to get like 4B involved in. Obviously like Wavy, Tempo. We were speaking about you, Angelo. Like, trying to do something huge.
He kills like the whole festival game out there, like planning events and stuff. Like it's crazy because like I feel like he makes it look easy too, as far as the festivals. And then like here, no one's really doing it besides Hyperglow. Like we had Blaze doing his own thing.
Yeah, we have Blaze.
Which is cool. But
it's tough. It's tough to get in that market.
It's like I feel like it's just like, especially like in this area, it's hard to get those permits and shit like that. People don't want to do it. That's what it comes down to. I feel like
we don't have open area like that.
And the places that do like don't want to do it anymore.
Plus, like what we kind of spoke about earlier, like the saturation of the area. You got the shore, you got clubs in AC, you got Philadelphia, you got New York, you got lounges, you got bars. Like we're so saturated in terms of other areas. It's tough to like really do like a New Jersey style festival. At least in my opinion. I mean, I would love to see it that way and to get into that.
I mean, maybe if it's like a Jersey style festival, but like I mean, if EDC were to come back to New York, New Jersey, it'd be mobbed.
We'd be there.
Yeah.
But maybe if it's something a little bit like smaller budget in a sense, for lack of a better way to describe it, it might be a little bit tougher. But I still see it doing well because there's no market for that.
Could you see Izu fall off? Or no? Like
I don't know. I've only been there once. I've only been there once.
I haven't been there. I feel like no one's really like.
I could see the.
It's kind of a big festival like that.
I guess.
So Izu's kind of small. There's only like 4 or 5 stages. There's only like 4 or 5 stages because it's on Randall's Island. So, or is it Randall's Island? One of those islands.
Yeah, Randall's Island.
So
Randall's are
so Govs. It's like it's not Govs. Govs small. That was just like a single stage kind of thing. But Governor's Island festivals or shows are insane. I walked backstage one time, like just randomly. It was fun as fuck. And I was like chilling with WW at Party Favor. Made no sense.
What festival?
This is years ago. It was just it was like a Life in Color thing, and I got there late, and I asked some lady where to go, and she's like, "Yeah, just go that way." And I'm like, "All right," and I started walking, and like I'm walking back, and I see buses and tents and shit like that, and then I start seeing people. And I'm just walking around, and then I see like a tent that says like Party Favor on top of it, and a tent that says WW. And then I walked through, and I'm like, oh, I'm backstage right now, and I'm like standing like right next to fucking W and
That's
W.
great.
My boys are in the crowd and shit. Made no sense. But I'm curious to see what does happen with Izu this year though, because that's usually Labor Day.
Well, everything's gonna be like everything.
Well, they already said.
Did they cancel it?
No festivals and stuff till next year.
Yeah, till like 2021.
So I mean, I can't see that happening. 2021, like the earliest.
Man, it's awful. But
yeah, it's trash. But hopefully you get through this shit. Maybe newer festivals will appear after this, like newer stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys saw what Carnage is doing. The car festival thing.
No way.
You're supposed to stay in.
I saw some people doing it in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Carnage put together a whole lineup. I know 4B and one of the guys he does with. They're on the lineup, but it's just like he got like some huge open area. There's going to be a stage. And then everyone's supposed to stay in their cars. But my biggest thing is all right, so everyone goes to a festival and they do drugs or they get hammered. What are all these people supposed to do when they leave?
Yeah.
They're going to drive right out of there hammered or on drugs.
Traffic would be unbelievable to try to get out of that shit, too.
Dude,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that's going to work.
Everything's like so dangerous. I feel like Uber is going to be out the door. Like, there's so much shit that's just going to be like, fuck it.
Is Uber even operating right now?
Yeah.
Uber's operating, and
are they?
You're supposed to notify Uber directly if your driver's not wearing a mask when he picks you up.
Oh shit!
No shit.
Fucking dork. You're not wearing a mask.
That's like
report you.
That's like worse than giving them a less than a 5 stars.
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
It's like you take the whole fucking ride, you go there, you get there, and then you report Uber. Oh, this dude wasn't wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Oh, go fuck him. That's
I want my money back. This guy wasn't wearing a mask.
Yeah, I feel like you could just say that just to get your money back.
Yeah, well, how are they going to verify that?
How are they going to verify it? Yeah.
I think I think that is what they're supposed to do now. They're supposed to take a picture when they get to wherever they're picking you up, and they have to take a picture showing that they're wearing a mask. I might call an Uber. I might call an Uber just to try this out.
I
so fucking weird.
We'll bring him on the podcast. Tell him to come upstairs.
I ordered Uber Eats, and the guy looked like a serial killer walking up to my front door with a mask on. Bro.
Yeah, I always feel a little awkward.
Thing,
I always put the mask on when I order like Uber Eats and DoorDash. Like it's awkward. It's like a weird exchange. Like sometimes I feel like they're exactly.
They put it right on the door now. They're good.
Not always though. Sometimes they come right up to me and they hand it to me, which I'm cool with. But like I'll come outside and put the mask on too and be like, hey, what's up? You can leave it like if they're nervous, they could just leave it there. If not, you can give it to me in the hand. Like it's not that big of a deal, you know. I personally like it is what it is. If you're handling my food the whole way there, you can hand it in my hand, you know.
You're probably
exactly. Tuesday when I got to Domino's, I was like, the guy came, he was like, because me and another guy were waiting, he was like me. So I walk over to him, I'm like, he's like, you want me to put it on the ground? Like, what do you? I'm like, dude, just give me my food. Like, touch the box already, and you're not.
Yeah, exactly. How to get into the Domino's box? Magically, you put it in.
I'm like, do I have to sign? He goes, if you want to. So I'm standing there like a dumbass waiting for him to give me a receipt. He's like, yeah, we're supposed to be doing contact list, this and that. And I'm like, you're handing me my food. I'm like, and then he told me I could sign it if I wanted to. And I'm like, and he just gave me his food. He's like, all right, have a good one. I was like, well, I guess I don't have to sign this.
bro.
So everything's weird right now. Like I ran into one of my old buddies' like moms. I was out on the scooter, and he's like, "I would give you a hug, but like I don't know how everyone is." I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, I've been hugging people, doing it doesn't matter. I'm like, it's other people that are weird. They just make it awkward. I'm just like I walk up to people. I'm just like, elbow, like handshake, like what's up?
Yeah, like exactly.
What are we doing
Like what's your deal? I'm like that way I don't fuck anything up right now.
Yeah.
here? Yeah.
Speaking of that, Merkel,
What we
how
working
was
with?
how was your little social distancing weekend?
Oh, what do you mean my shore house? Yeah.
Yeah.
10 random people all over New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like really social. So I got a shore house in Belmar, a couple of my friends. Shout out to my two of my good friends, also DJs. I feel like I got to shout out my boy DJ Glass and my boy Aunt Riggy for Riggy Imperos, one of my good friends. He's in the house. I mean, we didn't social distance at all. I maybe saw in terms of the whole weekend, Memorial Day weekend, probably like 10 masks in total.
If that.
No, probably 10 masks in total, like outside, seeing people walk and stuff. But my whole area, not a single person wore a mask. We went to a bunch of my buddies' house, like 30, 40 people. No one was wearing masks. I mean, I didn't put on a single mask the whole time. It is what it is at the end of the day. Like, I'm at this point, just gonna live my life normally. I will not purposely go out of my way to not socially distance, but if I have to pay for a shore house, I'm definitely going to enjoy it. I'm not going to infringe on anybody in my shore house. And if you want to come and party at my house, you're more than welcome to. I'm not
and I mean, I would say too, like 80 to 90% of the time, the people who are coming in and out of your house, where they've you know what I mean? So like you have an idea of what's going on. It's not like that's sketchy.
I think a couple of the girls at my house were a little nervous on that aspect, but like the guys were like, oh, we really don't care. We did have a couple of randoms come in, I think, on Sunday night.
Kev, let me ask you a question.
Sure,
because I heard it was like 50-50. Did you guys actually try to back out of the shore house? Or you guys just were fully committed no matter what?
We were trying to back out. We were trying to postpone, and she was like, no shot. She's like, you signed a contract. We're not giving a single. So originally our plan was like March, probably March when Corona just happened. We're like, oh man, like, hopefully this is over, yada, yada. If there's a situation where the bars and the summer's not open, like we got to get our money back. Like there's no point to be there. And so like the weeks leading up to it, we're just hitting up our shore house, our landlord. I'm just asking her, hey, is there anything that we can do? Like, what's the situation? We heard the bars aren't going to be open. Like, is the summer rentals canceled? And she said on her side, as long as the beaches are open and Belmar is allowing shore rentals, you're still good to go. So we called her like a week before we moved in, and we're like, hey, is there any possibility we can move in on June 15th or later? Because that's the time that Murphy says, is the cutoff, at least for right now, of social distancing. And we're like, we want to follow the rules. We don't want to get fined. We don't get in trouble, yada, yada. She said, yeah, you can do that, but you're not getting your money back. She's like, you signed a contract.
Yeah.
You're getting it May 22nd. So at this point, we're going to enjoy it,
Were you just trying to hint at the point, like, yo, like, give us a fucking
Exactly. We had kids lying. One kid was like, I have asthma. I live with my grandparents, yada, yada. We were trying to just say whatever, honestly, we can to save a couple bucks. And like, we didn't really want to back out the whole summer. Because at that point, it's like really last minute, and it's a fucked up situation for both sides. She has to pay her mortgages and stuff.
I thought that they canceled. I thought that Belmar, they said no summer rentals this year.
So it's super
that was
tricky.
After you started it, right?
Yeah.
So from my understanding, if you try to like rent a house in March or April, you didn't get it. But because we rented it technically in like June or January, it was still approved. But there was still a lot of kids down. A lot of people had shore houses. I saw Diamond. I saw Evan Imber and Britt. And I bounced around to a couple of houses. There was a lot of people down.
On my Snap, like almost every other person was in Belmar.
Yeah. It was a shit show.
Yeah.
Except from
like, just put us in the boys at that point, like.
Exactly. It makes no sense. I think Point Pleasant, you're allowed to move in. I think Manasquan, you're allowed to move in. From my understanding, Seaside, you can't, though. Seaside, like, banned all summer rentals. Supposedly, they're like hotels and everything is dead. It really depends on the town.
Yeah, Seaside's really trying to move, like, towards, like, that more family type of thing. I'm pretty sure, like, I saw something not too long ago. They want to start making it a dry town, which is just stupid, but.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it, but it's it's like the high school spot. You know what I mean? It was like the early,
Dude, the
you know,
best.
Yeah.
No,
the
I
early
know.
'80s spot.
I know.
That
I
was
know.
it. You know.
Hershey Motel, bro.
But
Many a
That
weekend. Many a
that and
weekend spent there.
Wildwood.
I was at
yeah,
Skyview, I think.
Skyview.
Bro, the spot. We were literally just talking about it today. Actually,
Shitty
me and my
We
hotels
were
and
all
solo cups.
Keyport. We always did Wildwood because Seaside was
Well,
just
see,
too close for us.
it's like right by you guys. Yeah, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
I think you might have taken a trip.
40 minutes. But yeah, I mean, it's this is going to be definitely a weird summer.
Exactly.
I'm just happy. I'm happy that next year is my 30th, not this year, because I would have lost my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd have been
bro,
tough big 3-0 with
can't
everything
wait.
going on right now.
We can't wait to like do this podcast like during nightlife and like
Yeah.
be able to talk about
actually talk about our gigs and shit like that.
So that was
That was
Yeah.
the whole plan. That was the whole plan.
yeah.
Whole goal, Mark. You'd come over, hang out. You know what I mean? We talk in person, probably drink, chill, relax, just bullshit, go over some things, you know. Now we're in all this digital world over here.
Now
People
we're
cutting in and out.
Now we're considered one of those people that started a podcast during quarantine.
Because of quarantine. Yeah.
I just looked at the calendar. My birthday next year is on a Wednesday, so I'm not really too happy about that.
I mean,
maybe by that time we'll be fully normal. We'll probably throw a party during the week.
I mean, we better be fully normal by then. I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So Mark, I got a question for you on your whole managing side. Are you actively looking right now to pick up other DJs, maybe for DJs out there? Like, do you have any specific requirements that you're looking for in terms of DJs? Maybe a specific style in terms of what they play, or even I guess on that aspect too.
I'm listening. I just caught a cramp.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, and I guess there's the last part from that. Have you ever turned down DJs that have been asking you to manage? I feel like this is very interesting, at least from my aspect. I don't come across a lot of guys, in terms of like the local DJs that I see that have the managing aspect of it, and so I love to learn more on it.
So am I currently looking? I mean, I'm always looking to work with and help newer guys. To manage right now, no, because I feel like the way that I feel like things should go is once I have Jesus Christ. This is the first time that someone ever caught a Charlie horse on the podcast, right?
There we go. I'm gonna loop.
Gotta be.
I'm gonna have to loop.
Dude, this is 100% gonna be the clickbait right here.
This is still from Tuesday. That's how dehydrated I am.
Oh man.
The way that I want the brand and the business to go for my guys is I want to be able to set up Wavy and Tempo to the point where they're getting their regular gigs and then I can focus on someone else next. You know what I mean? So basically when I decided that I wanted to, start a company, the whole idea was to base it around Wavy being my partner, essentially. So when we know that when we both feel confident enough for him to be able to get his regular, say 20 bookings a month, whatever it may be, then obviously that'll be the goal next for Tempo. And while I'm doing that with Tempo, I'll start bringing up another guy.
Yeah.
And start working with him like that. You asked me if I've turned down DJs before. You ever hear those stories about people in the nightlife always being in girls' DMs, or girls being in like promoters' DMs and always in their phone?
Yeah.
I don't get that. I get DJs in my DMs all day long. It's like I'm like I get a notification on Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, it's probably a girl. No, it's just another DJ. They're like asking me how they can work with me, and I'm like, find the cure for coronavirus, and then we can work together. Because what am I'm gonna book you on an Instagram live right now. Like I've never even heard you
You're
spin. What do you
booked. You're
want me to
hired.
do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially now, it's terrible time.
I actually,
That's awesome.
I was
Funny.
like, yo, who the fuck is this guy? When I first heard of Mark, I was like this summer, because this last summer I was like showing up to headliner when I was DJing, and I was like, I didn't really know.
We met through Sydney, right?
Yeah. And pretty much I got introduced, and I'm like, oh, what's up? And I was like, oh, this guy's a dickhead. And
When I first met Angelo, they were like, "Oh yeah, this is such cousin. He's a DJ." And I just looked at him, and he looks like Stretch, like Stretch Armstrong, tall, Italian, lanky, skinny kid. I'm like,
Bob Saget, you can call him. What it is.
I was like, just probably dry as hell. What's up, bro? You want a shot? And he's looking at me like, I remember I was like, damn, I was kind of a dickhead to that kid.
yeah,
Like, oh well. I was like, I'm probably never gonna see him ever again because, yeah. And we became great friends.
Yeah, when we met in Hope, because the first day it was Hoboken. I'm like, what are you guys doing? You guys want to go to other bars? Because you showed up to Hoboken the one day just to come hang out with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look over and Asher Roth's in the DJ booth.
Yeah.
And Joe had some hat on. He looked like Asher Roth to a T.
That's what I was going for when I woke up.
Kid loves college,
Yeah.
Loves college. Oh man.
The one thing I was gonna say too is though the one thing I really like about you is that as a booking agent and a promoter is that like you don't book that guy just so because he's gonna bring people. You know what I mean? Like you're never like that.
Well, yeah, I'm a firm believer of that's not the DJ's job. That's the promoter's job. Yeah, it's always great to have a DJ that can bring people, but that's not their job. Like I'm so against people that do that. It's like, oh, well, I'm not going to say who they are, but certain people get booked in bigger venues because they're a DJ duo, and apparently they're these huge DJs that have a big following, but
like these
my guys, no, not even, no, I've never heard them spin, but I'm not talking about them. I don't want anyone else to hear this. And my guys do better numbers than them, and I'm like, all right, you want to look at it that way? Why didn't we get 10 grand? Or $5 grand, whatever the price may be.
Yeah.
Why? Because we don't put out a corny mix every other month.
Oh, $2
$2. Angelo's making one right now, so
it's actually.
I didn't say it. Angelo did so.
Yeah. Me and Fisher actually saw them in the opening of Society, and it was not packed at all. We were very shocked.
Very slow. I was shocked too.
Yeah, it was like third, fourth week of Society's opening, and they headlined, and super close to our house. We popped in, and we were like, wow, this wasn't what we were expecting. You know what I mean?
I spoke to Tommy about that room specifically, and they were trying about a bunch, a couple different things, and for like the last 2 months before all this happened, they were starting to finally
hit their strides and
figure,
stuff.
Figure everything out, because it's a different atmosphere up there. Like if you're going up there, you're going to Society in that specific area.
You got to be locked in. It's not by anything else.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of nowhere besides there.
That room is sick,
so
sick.
Yeah, dude, that's just the look of it and the sound. That was slowly becoming one of my favorite rooms.
The sound is unreal in there.
Yeah,
it's really
well. From what I was told, they actually dropped like 50,000 into that sound system.
Wow. Even the whole lights and everything. I love their uplighting and the different things they do. The layout, the pictures, like that. I think the dude's name is Art by Sebastian or something. But I follow him on Instagram. It's a beast. Yeah. I love those portraits.
Yeah. So what they're doing with those is they were going to change them every season. Their plan was like, every year or so they were going to change all those pictures.
But, like what? Sell those off or like hold on to them?
Yeah, like if someone actually came in and was like, "Yo, like I want to buy that picture," if they spent the right amount of money,
I know they were giving away. They were.
I buy the Avicii one.
They were getting paintings done for artists that came in.
Yeah, they were getting paintings. Yeah, like Camilo got one, 4B got one. That was part of their plan too, because they wanted the bigger guys. Oh, it was almost like
An incentive,
a free
huge
promotion
incentive.
type thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, look at I DJ'd at this spot and they gave me a painting myself. Camilo posted all the time still.
Yeah.
It's like
It's a sick painting too. Like
Red Rocks does the same thing out in Colorado. The amphitheater, they give you like a piece of the rock if you sell it out and shit, which is like it's like one of my goals. I want that fucking rock.
I've never even heard of that. What is it, Red Rocks?
It's like an amphitheater. Yeah, it's fucking dope.
It's
But
like a
like,
big
they have
What the
DJs and bands all the time. It's sick.
I gotta look at that girl when I'm done. Nah, some singer from Florida just started following me.
Yo, what's it called that was here? Fucking Mad Decent Block Party was at Red Rocks one time. I've seen it before.
Yeah. It's in Colorado in the mountains. It's so cool.
I gotta start traveling more.
I mean, not right
Still.
now. I want
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean when everything is done,
Yeah.
I'll start
I planned,
checking out other places.
The pricing for stuff now is something you can kind of go after. I have friends that are trying to book stuff in August and September, getting it like a lot cheaper, obviously. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a good time to try to plan that
I'm
out.
trying to go to New Orleans soon.
New Orleans.
I saw a video of Bourbon Street the other day. Dead.
Dad,
Yeah,
really?
everywhere.
Yeah, it's just like
Dude, even
three
Times Square
dudes
is
like running
still
up and
dead.
down. Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's like you're fucking in the middle. You're in the middle of Times Square. It's like you're in the middle of fucking Idaho or some shit. There's nothing.
My brother did Mardi Gras. He said it was a blast, and he also said he didn't sleep for like 4 days.
Looks
You gotta
nuts.
be
Yeah.
prepared to that. You gotta be prepared for that because like
Yeah,
here
definitely.
it gets so dirty you don't even care. Like you're just like
Yeah. It's a shit show.
literally.
I would definitely love to experience that for sure.
Maybe that could be
Travel
a trip
more.
for the future. We should plan it.
Yeah.
So Mark, where do you see you and Wavy and Tempo and like your whole crew? Like, you have any spots that are goals in terms of rooms to get in? Are you looking to grow and get out of Jersey and maybe try different places? Like
that was supposed to be
so
that was supposed to be our plan this year. Wavy really wants to get more out of state gigs. He was trying to focus on building his brand outside of Jersey. Tempo, I mean, honestly, I'm trying to get Tempo into HQ, but that's going to be hard right now because I don't know if you guys know or not, but I'm not at Harris anymore. I'm now at HQ doing the bookings over there. Believe it or not, February 24th, Wavy did his first time there. It was Wavy and Bobby Trends, and I mean, they were very, very happy with him. So
nice,
I mean,
nice. we could have crossed paths
right
then.
now. I mean, I want to get everything, with my guys back to normal. Minimum 15 bookings a month.
Mm-hmm.
Olive Oil was supposed to.
We got to build back up our residencies.
Olive Oil was supposed to.
Yeah, we're at. When?
At HQ in April 10th under Zach Martino
and
Ricky Piros. Or good friends.
I think we were supposed to be there the week after.
Oh, dope.
I want to say. No, we were supposed to be there the next day.
Next day?
On Saturday? Yeah.
Yeah, the 11th.
Oh.
You guys would have been there on Friday. We would have been there Saturday.
Yeah, we did Friday. Friday was Good Friday.
Yeah.
That would have been a long weekend for me. Probably would have stayed the whole weekend.
Yeah, it would have been a fun weekend. We probably would have stayed too.
We probably would have stayed too.
Yeah. That's the whole goal and stuff. We were pumped about it, but this happens. Shit happens.
Yeah.
Sucks.
I mean,
it is what it is.
There's some things that we're still working on for out-of-state bookings. Wavy has a very close family member with an old Miami rapper, so he's trying to, help us get into places down there.
That's huge.
But obviously, with everything going on right now, everything's at a standstill right now. So I don't even essentially know where, if I'm gonna be a promoter after coming out of this, or if I'm just gonna be just making my money off these guys getting bookings, because are the clubs really gonna need promoters, and and hosts.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, honestly, it's gonna be a whole ripple. I could see it going two ways. I could see it going to the sense where it gets so friggin' packed where we boom. You know what I mean? DJs are booming because they're getting booked. Promoters are booming because they just want to continue to bring more and more people. Or I could see it like you said the other way. They go 25% or 50%, and now they're like, hey, do we really need this DJ? Blah blah blah. We could probably get 50 people in ourselves, and maybe they're not using promoter or host. Like, you really don't know what's going to go. I truly think, when we get to the point where we're back until the swing of things, it will be insane out. I think the people that don't usually go out are so tired of being home that they're going to start going out. The people that go regular 3 times a week, like most of us, are definitely going out, So I could definitely see it really packed out. I'm really trying to see when it hits, because when it hits is specific. If it's going to be August, the shore is going to be slammed. If it's going to be in the fall time, Hoboken and a lot of like the northern spots, Morristown and like the local spots are going to be
Mystery
packed
East
out,
and all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Mystery East, Barcode, Lobby.
Yeah.
My thing is, when everything first opens back up, it's going to be a month of chaos. Every place is going to be busy. Especially if there's capacity, every place is going to be busy. Every place is going to have a line.
I feel like almost like no one's going to know how to handle it, or almost like.
Yeah. And like you said, it also depends. Is it going to be August? Is it going to be October? It's gonna be weird, because if you're not out early, you're not really going to be guaranteed to get in.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
100%.
have people. You're gonna have people getting there. That would usually get there at 10:30, 11. People are gonna be getting there at 8:39 now, and then you're giving them more time to drink, and people are just gonna get bombed.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna.
There's gonna be more fights. There's gonna be more.
Oh yeah,
there's gonna be more everything. Everything's gonna be more.
Everything's just gonna be next level.
Yeah, there's gonna definitely be more fights, because just like Kevin said earlier, no one was really wearing a mask down the shore this weekend. But can you, God forbid, you're standing in a bar somewhere and someone's like anti everything, and you're not wearing a mask, and you cough even in your own.
That's true. That's true. I didn't reflect on that.
And now
you coughing at me 6 feet away, bro.
Now Karen's screaming and yelling at you, and now her boyfriend comes behind her trying to defend him just because that's his girlfriend, and a fight breaks out over the dumbest thing in the world.
Hopefully the fucking morons like that'll have the sense not to go out into a group setting.
Yeah.
That would be the hope.
Ban all Karens 2020. That's all you gotta do. Ban them all.
I'm just happy we're on the other side, and we could just we literally see it all. We just look at it.
Little bird's eye view.
Stay in our little. We'll just stay in our little hole.
Entertainment for us every night.
One of my friends even said to me the other day. I forgot which one it was. It was one of the 2 girls that were here the other day, Angel. Whether it was Chelsea or Courtney. One of them. I don't remember what it was. She was like, I just missed like going to Mr. East with you and like standing in the DJ booth because no one could bother me. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore. Like, you're not gonna get like 5 or 6 people in the DJ booth anymore. Like, you might get like 2 or 3. That's it. And guess what? You're not one of them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because like my close girlfriends know when they come out with me, I know I could put them in especially in certain rooms. I can put them in the DJ booth and walk around and do what I got to do, just so they're comfortable. They're not getting, attacked by horny drunk men all night. They know that that's their safe spot. And even like the littlest things like that's going to be it's going to be out
the window.
Angelo's not going to be able to have 95 get-down DJs in the DJ booth at Tally Hill on Thursday.
And that small-ass booth. It's impossible.
I've still yet to go there.
There's a line there.
Tally Hill is so much fun. I love that.
Tally's like a dark basement.
Me and
like a legalized basement.
We were planning on just doing a Saturday night together. I was like, "Yo, I'll split."
Yeah,
we
were.
Do whatever. Like we wanted to do a night there together. We were gonna be
real trappy, real hard. We'll just fucking crank it out.
Bombs, literally. I miss it.
That's a setting for that place. Just like pitch black, barely seeing people.
I see all the videos. I see all the videos every Friday morning when I'm going to work. I watch UFO's Instagram, so I watch this guy's, I watch Cream's, I watch Sheridan's. I'm like, what the hell goes on there? Like,
Yeah. There's like
That
no
shit
rules.
goes down on
it looks fun. I mean,
Bartenders,
I will say that.
the staff there is fucking awesome. They're all cool, nice. I always talk like I remember the one time you showed up for St. Patty's Day. You guys always say this. There was like fucking 8 grails behind the DJ booth for me or something, and I'm just
this dude was literally getting handed just grails on grails to the bartender, and then he just kept passing it to his friends like a whole fucking assembly line.
And he's
of
like
12
in
grails.
mid conversation with us. He's like
Mid conversation, mid DJing.
music.
Yeah,
That's
mid
great.
DJing, having a full conversation with 2 people. It was shot.
Fire.
But
That was
I
like-
can also see too, like local bars or maybe places that didn't do nightlife trying to take advantage of it. Because
Yeah.
listen, at the end of the day, 99% of small businesses right now are hurting. You know, very, very, very few businesses are profiting now. Pretty much only the big giants. You know, in terms of like the Amazon and stuff. So I could see these local bars that, yeah, exactly. I could see these local bars that maybe have never done a nightlife now say, fuck it. You know, the bars are open. We're going to try to do nightlife to bring more people in. Or they're trying to bank on the fact that more people come.
Or bring, maybe bring like live band or live music.
Yeah, 100%.
Just so people hang out more. I mean, there's a couple of places by me, in the town that I could see getting rid of live music and going the DJ route coming out of this just to get more people in there.
Mhm.
But I mean, then again, it goes back to, if you're going to go to the DJ route, if the DJ can't read the room and play good music, people are going to leave regardless.
There's a
100%.
restaurant by me that they're serving food to their car, and they have a DJ outside playing music outside the restaurant. They said a lot of people went. Like the parking lot was filled.
Yeah, I mean,
It's something to do.
It's a good gimmick to get more people to show up
Yeah,
to buy the food, and, like get drinks to go or whatever.
Locked in your house for months. Want to drive in, pick up some food, listen to music, have some fun.
Yeah,
Just
like,
add a little bit of
luckily, I mean,
socialism.
hang out on the sidewalk for a week, a week. Hang out on the sidewalk.
Luckily, I still worked all the way up till April 4th was my last day. So I haven't been locked in since middle of March.
Mhm.
But I'm ready to go back to work right now. They called Wednesday. My super called me and I answered the phone. I was like, "What do you want?" He was like, "Why are you answering the phone like that?" I was like, I'm dead. He goes, "Why?" I was like, "Yes, it was my birthday. I drank a whole bottle. What do you want? Like, why are you calling me?" And he's like, "Did you do that class yet?" And I'm like, "No." He goes, "Well, then you can't go back to work." I said, "Good, because I'm not ready to go back yet." And I hung up. And then he texted me. He was like, "Happy birthday, little jerk off." He goes, "Finish that class in 2 weeks." He was like, "We're coming back soon." I was like, "Fuck." I was like, I could use like maybe like one more month.
It's a prep time,
But
man.
You've been riding it
time.
out. I feel like when I saw you Tuesday, everyone was like, "Nah, go the fuck back." Like, literally,
Yeah.
we were
Everyone that was
"Yo,
at my house, like, yeah, no, we're done with you. Like, you need to go back to work.
I'm sure Tipsy's like, "I'm ready for it."
Tipsy's back to work already.
Yeah, he was telling me when I was talking to him.
But
we should have him on the show. Shit.
Back to swing things.
no, you gotta go shopping with Tipsy.
I know. I was talking.
You could literally go shop. You could literally go shopping in my roommate's room. Like, he's probably got about $30,000 worth of sneakers in his room, just his room.
Jesus
And
Christ.
So does he
Oh.
sells? He sells
Are you
shoes.
sneakerhead?
No, he used to sell them. Now he just collects them. He doesn't really sell anything anymore. He works at Foot Locker, so he's always gotten for cheap.
Oh.
We were on our way down to Atlantic City one day, and he was wearing a pair of like old classic Nike Yeezys, and we stopped the headliner on our way down to AC. Someone offered to buy his shoes off his feet
Off a seat.
for $3,500, and he said no. And I said, "Are you kidding me?" He's like, "No." He goes, "Because even though I wore this the only time I'm going to wear them," he goes, "Watch what I do in like a month." Literally, like 6 weeks later, he texts me, goes, "Yeah, I just made $4,500 off those shoes." I said, "What?"
There you go.
That's crazy, bro. That
He knew the market, That's crazy. I never got into the shoe game. Too big a feat, but I always respect it. Respect the hustle.
We're coming up on an hour right now.
Okay.
Just want to kind of like let's wrap it up. We're coming up on an hour. Trying to keep them under an hour from here on out. So,
how many times you gonna say we're coming up to an hour? All right, continue.
An hour. So we're coming up to an hour.
He's all nervous here. He's freaking out.
Mark, plug all your shit before we do head out.
So where can we find you? You know, how do we come to your parties and all that stuff?
When the nightlife does open back up, everything that I do is mainly just on Instagram. I'm against Twitter. I'm against TikTok. I'm against all that stuff. So you can look me up on Instagram. Yeah, I know. You can look me up on Instagram. It's PartyWithMarkG. Party with Mark G. Yeah, I mean,
Mark G. Simple.
Find me at Headliner, Mr. East, HQ. You can find me at Society. I mean, we do one-off parties all over the place. You know, Uptown and Keyport. If you want something small and local, and
many more to come.
Out, and a little get out. Yeah. Angelo's DJ'd at Uptown.
That's where I first second met you or whatever you want to call it. Like,
yeah, you were with Tempo.
I hop on in Keyport.
Angela, how many minutes before we hit the hour?
No, we're good. Why?
we're coming up on an hour.
All right, we got about 30. No, I'm joking. All right.
No, Mark, we actually I think came across each other. We didn't formally meet. One time we were at Headliner to see our buddy Carlos Melange. We were there.
Wait.
And I think you were you were with So Wavy. I think So Wavy was playing there too. It's actually funny.
We opened up for him.
Oh, there you go. Boom. Yeah.
Well, Merc, aren't some of your buddies good friends?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So I met Suavy that night through I went to school at Montclair State, and I'm friends with like Angelo Milano, but like his boys from home, Tyler Hyman, Timmy Hop.
Oh yeah, of course. I was with Tyler.
Shout out to all my homies.
I was with Tyler on Sunday for Wavy's birthday.
Okay, yeah. So I met Tyler through my buddy AJ, my buddy Joey Schultz, a lot of like the Freehold Howell, St. John.
Yeah.
And we did a grab party that night, and it was actually for one of their buddies. I think it was like Danny Lorero.
It was Danny, yeah.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Oh, pop through. We'll go to Headliner." So we finished the night early. We did a private party, and then went to Headliner. And then So Wavy was playing, and Carlos was playing.
And we didn't even know Carlos was there. We got there, just saw him. We were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
Carlos is great.
It was a good time though.
Carlos actually he spoke very highly of Wavy that night too. He actually sat outside and like gave us tips and like marketing and branding pointers.
Yeah,
which actually helped. I love Carlos. He's a great dude, man.
Yeah, real insightful.
He's just all around good people. Love that guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to the homies. But I think we crossed paths that night. I remember seeing you. That's probably the first time. But
yeah, definitely. That's funny that I for some reason I have that video saved in my it's in my favorites for no reason.
It was a good night. It was a good crowd and everything from what I remember. You know.
Yeah, it was. It looked. This was at 1:00 and it slammed outside.
Yeah. And I think Fish, if I remember correctly, I think Anthony D was playing inside or something.
Yes, he was.
I think he was.
Yeah,
yes,
which I was like, what? Because we know Anthony D from a lot of Hoboken spots.
We've known him since you were.
You know what it was? They were doing
Was it like a classics
doing
thing?
The freestyle night. Yeah, it was a classics. And the other guy stunk. The other guy stunk, and I went back inside, and Anthony was playing like newish, and I said, I walked over, I'm like, hey, I thought this was supposed to be like old like classics. And he goes, yeah, well when the other guy's really playing like old classics and he lost the room and I go back on, he goes, I have to bring the room back up because at that point I don't care. Like I just want a crowd in here.
Yeah, it was definitely more packed outside than inside for one. I remember
for sure.
That night.
Yeah.
I remember popping in and like seeing, I was like, oh shit, that's Anthony. So but
Angela, the only reason why I asked how much time we had left is because I wanted to tell them the story about that.
Oh, do it.
Ooh, there we go. Need to hear that story.
Can you see what that is, Kevin?
That's Dennis Rodman, baby.
Yeah, wait.
That's Dennis Rodman. Where's Carmen Electra?
Wait,
there that night?
He was wearing a fishnet shirt.
Of course.
Oh, what all this savage.
Oh, he's a legend.
So I'll try to make it as quick as possible. Long story
No,
short, we
yo,
had Dennis
No,
Rodman.
you're good.
Rodman.
Talk.
Good, bro.
I don't know why Angelo made it sound like we only got an hour. We gotta go.
Nah, we always
Talk.
So
Like, that
Dennis
make funny,
Rodman,
Angelo.
he's probably him and Hulk Hogan are probably my two favorite people that I've met working in the nightlife. And Dennis Rodman, just because the whole story behind it. Long story short, he hosted, like, I don't even think he got on the mic. Like, I think he just literally walked across the stage, waved, and was like, all right, I'm out. I don't really remember him taking pictures with anybody, like, inside the club. It was just weird and awkward. But he was there to promote that tequila that he was like a brand ambassador, or he actually started the tequila company, wherever it was. So at the end of the night, my boss was like, yo, Dennis Rodman wants to still drink, take the card, go out with him, make sure that he has a good time. So we go to the little circle bar in the middle of Harris, the X bar, and Dennis Rodman's sitting there, and we're just bullshitting. And he goes, you're buying drinks, right? I was like, yeah. He goes, all right, go get 6 Jaeger bombs. I'm like, 6? I'm like, all right. It's just me, him, and his manager. I go get 6 Jaeger bombs. I put them on the table. I'm like, you want me to go like get some girls or something? And he was like, no. I was like, who's doing all these? He was like, me and you. I was like, and I look at his manager. His manager just started laughing. He goes, I don't drink. So literally, it was 1, 2, 3, back to back to back. Now I'm blasted. I was drinking all night. I lean in. I'm like, yo, Dennis, I got to ask you a question. And he goes, what's up? I said, what was it like playing with the greatest basketball player of all time? And he sits back and he thinks, and he's going like this, and he leans in and he goes, yo, he's white, right? I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, he's white, right? And I said, oh, I'm talking about Michael Jordan. He goes, bring it up again. He goes, you're getting kicked out. I was like, what? I was like, what in the world is going on? So checkouts at 12 at Harris. They literally had to like pick me up out of my bed at 4:30 in the afternoon the next day.
Oh man.
Dennis Rodman got me blacked out, and at one point of the night I thought I
kick
was,
you out.
Possibly gonna get raped.
What about the Hulk Hogan one?
So Hulk Hogan gets on the mic.
Where was that? Wait, where was this?
At Harris.
Oh my god.
How long have you been working with Harris? Was that like?
But you're
always
with
your
HQ.
go-to spot?
You said you're with HQ now. Like, how long were you with Harris?
Yeah.
I was with Harris.
For your whole time, like 8 years. So I know you said you've been doing the game for a while.
I started in Harris in November 1st of 2013.
Oh wow. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
7, 8 years.
When the first year my promoting career was at like this hole in the wall dive bar. I just did once a month open bar party. So I don't consider that first year like me promoting. I started from my Parkies days. But yeah, I mean, I guess you could say from the beginning there was like a 6-month window from when I first started to when May to November, to when I got in the Harris. That's me and the Hulkster right there.
There you go.
And then me, him, one of my old partners, and Jimmy the Heart. But Hulk gets on the mic. They tell the DJ, all right, Hulk's coming in. He wants his intro music. He gets on the stage, and I don't know if you guys would be able to hear the audio. Hold on one second.
Oh.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
We're getting the audio from Hulk Hogan, 2013, 2014, somewhere around then.
Yeah. Everybody that I worked with at Harris, like big important people, jaws just dropped when he says that. And they're like, Jesus Christ, like if this guy actually does get in the pool right now, starts peeing on people, we're gonna have big problems. Wait, why isn't it?
It's fucked up.
That's hilarious. What other celebrities have you met? Like,
Um.
pretty much everyone
So-
that's walked through the doors and at Harris, like, because I know they
Well-
bring in a lot of like. Good
A lot of guys.
good
They
people.
bring in
I
like
wanna-
people to like host parties and like
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I just want to put my AirPods back in.
Nah, you're fine.
All good.
I just gotta take a piss. I'll be right back.
You guys are good.
Man, it's Thursday.
For real, man.
Should I wait? Should I wait for Ryan to come back?
Yeah,
Nah,
let's
fuck
go.
him.
Alright.
I want to hear the story. Nah, you come back. Whatever you want to do. We'll do a little phone break. I'll check the snaps.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of the artists and like celebrities that were coming through Harris. A lot of them I got lucky enough to like meet and take pictures with
Nice.
because of the simple fact that back when Instagram first got big and you were allowed to upload 15-second videos to your actual page
Yeah.
before they made it a minute and before there
Remember
was
those
Instagram
days.
stories, before there was stories too. I have a life hack on the iPhone to where I can change my videos to come out crystal clear. So everyone else is, the people that were running all the social media were like, why do your videos look that good and mine don't? I'm like, I'm not telling you.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to take the videos. You're going to tag me in all of them or you're going to pay me to do it. I was like, and I have to meet every single artist. When Ryan
right
comes back,
quality.
when Ryan comes back, I'll tell you one of the stories. One of the artists was with the A&R. One of the artist security guards actually pulled the gun on me in the elevator.
Jesus.
It was a little scary.
Who's the artist?
Omarion.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah. You got my icebox where my heart used to be.
Yeah. All right. So
Amarion, wow.
first artist I met down there was Marcus Houston. And that same night I met Peter Rosenberg from Hot
There
97.
you go.
I mean, I like
Yeah.
him now more just because of
Rosenberg in morning.
no, I like him for radio. Thomas Ian Nicholas from American Pie. Omarion. So Ryan, I was telling these guys, Omarion's security guard actually pulled a gun on me once. We were in the elevator taking him back up, and he didn't know who I was. And he pulled the gun. And he was like, "What the fuck you doing here?" This is my favorite one I've ever been part of. Fabulous.
The Fab, yeah.
It was Fabulous, and then 2 Milli and Casanova actually showed up, and they bum rushed the stage, and they were on the stage for a long time. Jesse McCartney, Funk Flex, obviously, I've met a million times. Hulk Hogan.
How many times you pulled the?
Love him.
I said, how many times you pulled the? I have a picture with Jesse McCartney card with 2 girls.
Not often,
Really?
because people don't believe that it's him. He looks like he does not look the same. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. Dougie F. He's a artist from Jersey who works under
Yeah.
Travis Scott now. He actually wrote.
Wow.
He wrote a lot of songs off Astro World.
Wow, Stoke.
Yeah.
There's another
Album
Jersey
bumps.
guy that produced a song off Asher World.
Yeah.
Talking about,
No,
you talking about,
I think that's
like Clams Casino? Talking about like producer?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I know. He went to Rampo or something. He was a Rampo alum. If you look it up, it pops up. I forget what song. it is.
Nikki Heaton. Nikki Heaton's on here. I met Diddy and Rick Ross one night at Mr. East.
Christy Mack.
2 Chainz, Christy Mack, Fat Joe.
Angelo was
Bobby
really excited about
Chan.
that Chrissy Mack one. This dude's so
Jadena.
here.
That's Mark's favorite. That's Mark's favorite.
It's my background. Jadena, Kirill, Asa, Kira, Fat Boy,
You literally have
Trey
an Instagram.
Songz.
You have an Instagram highlight just Christy Mack. Like it's literally just says Christy Mack. Don't you have a video? Show him the video.
Angelo, stop talking so I can see the picture, so I can zoom in more.
Hold on.
Okay.
It's videos of her stripping in the strip club. Oh no, it's just that one picture. It's gonna take me way too long to find those videos.
You have that video of her saying like, "Mark G, I miss you" or something, right?
Happy birthday, Mark G. Don't die, Jada.
There you go.
Fun fact about Chrissy Mack. My buddy used to manage her. That's how I got the video of her shouting me out. T-Pain. I met T-Pain twice actually.
How was he? Chilling?
Yeah, he's funny as hell. He actually made a video for my boy and his wife for me to show them on their wedding day. And he's like, happy wife, happy life, you know, more sex, more blessings, just, you know, when times get rough, just fuck. He's like, just keep on fucking. He goes, just being a vagine. He's like, just keep on fucking. I'm like, I was like, yo, this is great. I didn't expect all that.
They'll auto-tune it, make a new song.
Yeah, right.
For real.
He could say
Wait,
no.
so I said Dennis
Tuesday.
Rodman was probably my favorite, but that's really my favorite.
Fisher. Paul.
Yes. And I didn't have to pay to get into that event either.
Was that at what? The Beach Club? HU?
That was what weekend?
Yeah,
Was that Labor Day or Memorial Day weekend?
4th of July.
For July. I was trying to go. I remember.
Me and this Fisher saw Fisher, what, 3 times or 4 times?
I think 3 times.
3 times. When we saw him in Queens
jealous.
2017, before he dropped Losing It, he came right up by the crowd. So he was literally like 5 seconds away from a video.
I think we saw him with a crowd of like 200 people. It was great. Like
And
nobody was
and
there
then
yet.
Dude.
Losing It dropped like a month and a half, 2 months after that. Like he played it, I remember that night, but it like officially dropped and blew up.
Yeah.
We saw.
I'd break my leg to hear Losing It for the first time again.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Fisher song.
When he did
But when it first came out, it was like
when he did HU Beach Club, he literally played that. It was his last song he played. And the crowd was just because he kept playing snippets. Everyone's like, all right, like it's coming. Everyone's getting amped up. And we go somewhere else.
Exactly.
But
and a lot of the songs sound kind of similar, so he could do that.
The crowd went nuts. There was a kid that looked like Carnage on someone's shoulders, and he got blasted in the face with CO2, and just didn't care. It was just like a wave of people just jumping up and down. It's sick.
My goal was to hit the day club this summer to definitely just go there for someone.
Yeah, looks sick.
Yeah,
I've never been. Boom.
Put on sound.
You see Carnage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're moms.
That looks sick.
Yeah, that dude's just taking it right in the face.
Yeah. I watched 2 gross, disgusting girls make out each other, and I'm almost positive they ate each other out that night. That day, right in front of the DJ booth. It was like weird, and it made like all 3,000 people that were there feel uncomfortable.
That's so funny.
Everyone just started backing away as that coronavirus started.
For real. HQ.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past it.
Oh shit.
I got so many stories I could literally sit here for hours and just tell you guys stories, and you'd probably pass out from laughing so hard.
Yeah,
That's good. That's
what
we're looking for, you know. We're looking at the guys in the industry. Just some good stuff.
The first podcast I ever went on and talked, their whole gimmick is they get you drunk and then they start the podcast.
I like
and
that.
these guys had me telling on myself. I was getting texts when the thing dropped. I'm like, girls that I haven't talked to in like a year, like, why are you bringing me up? This and that. But I'm like, why are you even listening to that? Like, get out of here. So I try to watch what I say when I get interviewed now.
Yeah, we were good. We kept it pretty PG today.
Yeah,
we try to do it that way too. You know, we're not trying to get anybody in trouble here. Screw up anybody.
whole thing
I will say this. I've actually had sex in 3 venues. I will not name the venues though.
Ooh, that's good. I like that.
Actually, never mind.
One of them was right up against the bar.
Did you hear what I said?
Angelo's about to just
like-
tell on himself.
I was like, maybe I shouldn't say anything.
You gotta watch what you say, Angelo.
First name
You
better
got-
start
you-
with an S.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So.
We gotta wrap it up.
Yeah.
Get all nervous. Voice is all high.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Oh, fuck.
Actually, I've been pretty good. But I think sooner or later I'm gonna start saying some crazy shit.
Yeah, you just got to drink a glass of wine.
I was thinking
sir.
about it tonight. I think I'm gonna have, when this ends, I'm probably gonna have one.
Yeah. We playing Warzone later, Mark. You play any COD, any Warzone?
I downloaded it and I can't play it. I suck at single shooter games.
Gotcha.
I stuck to the children game. I play Fortnite.
Fortnite's fun.
Me, Mark, and Greg always play. It's so funny. And then like, UFOso has like so many like PlayStation friends, like just random people.
Really?
Playing with them.
Is that-
Yeah.
We play with these 2 girls from Texas,
Yeah.
and like
Greg's
they're
like a huge gamer.
they're like
Oh,
actually
he is.
good. So they're like they're like, oh fuck, Mark's here. Like we gotta carry this motherfucker again. Because like they'll be rounding up like wood and brick and everything, and I'm over here just driving a boat, minding my own business.
Yo,
And then
they get like I hop on Fort like with you guys just to fuck around. Like I don't care if we win. Like I'll literally I'll take a helicopter with you and just
And these chicks are getting pissed as hell.
yeah.
Angelo
the one
rage
night-
quitting Warzone, some of the funniest shit. He just shuts the game off like a fucking 12-year-old.
I've done it too. I've done it too.
Because it's so
I've
easy.
done it.
It's like, bro, you're playing a stupid fucking video game. Who gives a shit?
Bro,
Exactly.
The one night I was
like to
actually
be competitive.
the one night I was trying to play serious, the one good girl was hammered. And she's like, the night before she yelled at me for getting in a helicopter because it makes too much noise. So I go, all right, like let me play like the real white side. And I was actually doing good. Out of nowhere, I hear a helicopter coming. She's like, Mark, get in. And she's like trying to hit me with the helicopter as I'm running. And I'm like, get away from me. You're going to get me killed. 10 seconds later, headshot, sniped. I'm like, I took my headset off. I threw it. I texted Greg. I was like,
Dude,
I'm
mad.
done playing.
Fish, how about with the helicopter and COD? You'll bring it on top of the building.
Yeah, and then you blow it up. Like, what the fuck is the point of that?
I literally get in and just fucking toss it off the building.
It's the only reason to drop hospital is to get the helicopter, get it on top, and then you're
Drop
fucking
hoss.
set. You're good to go, bro.
Hospital die, bro.
Remember we used to drop always prison. Now we're team hospital die. We only drop hospital.
We're expanding.
It's Corona season. You got to drop hospital. Come on.
Yeah, true. I'm trying to get.
Speaking of Greg, Greg just FaceTimed me.
Yo, he just texted me too. He said, sorry, been MIA with a crest headache.
A crest headache?
Crest headache?
What the hell does that mean?
I think he spelled something wrong, but
Crushing, probably
That's
meant
Yeah,
crushing.
probably crushing.
That makes
That
sense.
makes sense. There we go. Context clues with Greg. Sends us sentences.
I want to take the time out and thank you guys for having me on this podcast and
no, of course, bro.
No problem.
sitting me down because that was the most water I've drank in 2 months because I caught a trailer because I was sitting.
There we go.
No, but seriously, I want to thank you guys for having me on.
No
You know,
problem.
I'm
Bro, for sure.
always down to help people, especially this young dickhead right here. Obviously, we're gonna get more familiar with each other between the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Angelo's always speaking highly of you guys, so that's a plus.
Appreciate that.
That's so
Yeah.
cute. That's so fucking.
And I love
adorable.
how you guys.
I talk shit about you to everybody else. So.
I was just gonna
fuck
say,
yeah.
I love how you guys talk shit about him, and Angela's just like the nicest person in the world.
We just talk shit about everybody.
And then I try.
Yeah, we bust balls. I mean, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And then I try
You
and
got
talk
it.
shit back, and I'm like, "Yeah, man, you suck." And then I
No,
go,
the
You-
best.
you-
The
you
honestly,
get-
the
you get
best. The
2-on-1.
best thing. The best thing that we ever did is you doing the Batman thing with Tally Ho and us at Green Rock.
Oh yeah.
The Batman.
That was fucking great.
Angelo put up a Batman meme saying like, I'm going to see Olive Oil at Green Rock on Fridays, and it was like Batman slapping Robin, saying like, no, I'm going to see Angelo the Kid at Tally Ho.
Yeah.
And then next day, Angelo had his sticker up on the Green Rock wall, and I fucking videotaped myself. I took that shit down, and I started stepping on it and shit.
I saw that.
Yo, people got pissed on that.
Yeah, I know.
People got so mad.
I'm like, bro, it's a joke.
I miss taking
people got mad on the Robin one too. I had people like, who the fuck is this Angelo kid?
I love it. I fucking love it.
We got these hidden warriors out here. I remember you telling me that you had friends from Rampo, like, who the fuck is Olive? Like, ruining your sticker. Let's go fuck him up.
Meanwhile, you came in like a half hour later and just put up another one.
I would literally like post a picture of an olive oil and I'd be like, yo, this shit's fucking trash. Like, I miss it, bro. I miss doing
we got to start the beasts. Yeah, no, the beasts are great. Just like dumb stuff like that.
Everybody's too nice to each other on social media. Talk some shit once in a while. It's fun.
I love the brand. I love the branding behind the whole olive oil thing too. That's great.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
The Pornhub.
Where did you guys get that name?
It's a joke. You know Dean, right? Dean Anthony?
Yeah.
It's a joke between us and him because we met him through a private event company that we worked for. And he did the Capicola Brothers back in the day. I don't know if you are familiar with that.
Yeah, I listened to Dean. You guys
all right, word.
Dean first, right?
Yeah. But yeah, he made like a bunch of like behind the scene videos for a song they made, and they kept on bringing up like olive oil all the time and shit like that. So like favorite color, olive oil, like favorite hair product, olive oil, blah blah blah. And then our boss for the private event stuff started because we would say olive oil all the time. We'd start calling us the Olive Oil Brothers because they were the Capicola Brothers. Like fuck around all the time about it.
Yeah, and I used to do a lot of MC work for the private events, and Fisher used to DJ. So even like how we do it now, like I do a lot of mic work. And so yeah, we just started getting booked out through parties through our boss Rob and just us two. So it was kind of like, oh, like Olive Oil's doing this gig, blah blah. Dean's doing something else, you know. So kind of just stuck it, ran with it. Want to make a cartoon out of it and do a lot with it, do a whole animation and really like, grow it. I don't know if Angela, I don't know if you saw this, but like Spinning Records did something with that dude Pickle. It's like some up and coming DJ, and this dude has a whole like cartoon animated series for his songs.
I've wanted to do that with the olive oil bottle for the longest.
And it's so good. It's like dumb, corny.
Animation is stupid expensive though. It's like the people who do good animation, it's not fucking cheap. It sucks, but we gotta.
Yeah, I mean for that name,
somebody.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we did with our logo. It's like an olive oil bottle, drinking a beer. That our buddy actually
he just drew it up as like a joke, and then I made it into a fucking logo.
Like,
yeah,
that's great. I mean,
like an olive oil shotgunning a beer is like iconic. Like,
yeah,
I love the fact that you guys came up and you worked your way into the game.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's a crazy story how we got in, just like through connections. Went to Montclair.
It was just
one of the girls had a local bar. She got us in to do Murphs in Totowa. We did it for a year. It worked well. We met Angelo through doing another local bar in Totowa called Cubanelle. And through that, I worked a normal 9 to 5 in Hoboken at the time. One of the girls that I worked with was a bartender at Green Rock, my homie Meg. And she eventually got us to Green Rock. And then we played at Mills.
You guys spin Green Rock every Friday night, right?
It's like one Friday a month. Ivan does it.
Yeah, so pretty much three Fridays a month.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because
there are a lot.
When
so we play there on a Sunday. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
We did a Sunday, and Brandon, the manager, was like, "Yo, the fucking energy was unreal." Like, because as knew that going in there, he had to play banger after banger after banger after banger. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And killed it. I was talking to DQ, and I was like, "Yo, why don't we get him in there on like a Friday night? Like, I'll do a party bus up there, like I did with Birch that one time." And he was like, "Yeah," he goes, "Fridays are olive oils." He was like, "Good luck." And he was like, "Maybe we'll get you guys back next football season." I was like, Jesus Christ. DQ loves him though.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen him play. So we can definitely spin for sure. We could definitely set something up in the future, though. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe
maybe on a
do
Saturday.
or like even we could
We talk to Brandon.
do like a duo thing, like we both play, like
Yeah,
I mean,
kind of party.
we're always down to
have
make
fun.
shit work.
I
Yeah.
always have
Yeah.
fun doing those duo parties at Green Rock. Like I usually pair up with Ivan.
Yeah.
Maybe Oliver if they decide to ask me, but it's fine.
Never asked Angela.
Yeah.
What
Only
I'm
for your
trying,
birthday
what
that
I'm
one
trying
time
to
if we went
work
far.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one time
I'm
you
trying to
did, you
work
didn't
on-
analyze any of
Yo,
your shit,
yo,
bro, and
wait.
you were breaking the speakers. So
Yo,
yeah, that's why I
I
never
was-
asked you again.
I was redlining. I was so blacked out
Yeah.
on my birthday. I was redlining everything, and I think my shirt was
Yeah.
almost off at that point too.
Oh wow, no wonder why these high shoes are so hard.
What?
They
What were they?
expired March 27th.
High shoes
high
expire?
Yeah, Best Buy 3.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know those things expired.
Well, it says Best Buy. I'm probably sure that they're not
Yeah.
expired.
Let me wrap it up, and then we'll just start bullshitting. Then
All
we'll
right.
edit everything.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys. This is episode 9. We'll see you next week.
Yo, Mark, thanks for hopping on, bro. Appreciate
Definitely.
it.
Thank you guys
Appreciate it,
again for
Learned a
thank you
lot.
guys for having me. I appreciate you guys.
No
You know,
problem.
let me come on and chop it up with you guys.
Thank you guys. Definitely take care.
Follow him on Instagram. Party with Mark.
Party with Mark.
Yeah, we'll put it. Everything will be in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Fuck you.
Definitely.
Those are follows.